So this is going to be a review of the iCrimp ratchet PEX Cinch tool that I got off of Amazon, and I'll post a link below. It also comes with this pipe cutter, which I'll also review, and I'll do a brief overview of how these work. So right now it looks like you can still purchase this on Amazon for about $33, which is fairly cheap for any type of PEX tool. So you can see that it has a crimping size of 3/8 inch to 1 inch pipe, which should cover all of the typical pipe that's used in your house. So I'm about to cut some pipe to use for an example, and I just wanted to show you this pipe cutter that it comes with. This is garbage, really. I mean, it does cut pipes, but it's hard to get it at a 90-degree angle and get a nice, clean, even cut. I don't think there's enough surface area down here for the pipe to really rest on so that you can get that clean cut. So I stopped using this. I bought this Superior tool from Ace Hardware. It's about $30. It just works much better. It's ratcheting. There's a big surface area for the pipe to sit on, so I know I'm getting that good 90-degree angle cut. So this tool, it does take two hands to operate. There are one-handed versions of this online that I haven't used, so I don't know how well they work. So it is, a little inconvenient with both hands because you do have to open these handles all the way when you first start cinching. So this may not work for every job, but it should work for most jobs. So how to use it, the first thing you want to do is make sure it's got different settings. So this has two different functions. It can apply the cinch ring and then it can remove the cinch ring. And it has this little button right here that has a 1 and 2 on it. And right now that 1 is next to that red dot, so I know that it's ready to be used. And I'll show you how to change it into the reverse mode where that number 2 is going to be next to the red dot. And that way I know that it's being used to remove the clamps. But right now I'm going to show you how to use it on the number 1 setting. So this is used on the cinch rings. These are different than the little compression rings. They essentially have this little piece right here that this tool is going to squeeze. It's going to squeeze, it's going to cinch it down and make a watertight seal around your pipe. Okay, so now we're going to see how it works. I know that I've got this on the right setting. Just squeeze my handles to unlock it. Make sure they're open all the way. I've got 2 pieces of 1/2 inch PEX pipe. I'm going to join them with a 90-degree connector. This is a plastic one. You can use a metal one, it doesn't matter. I like these plastic ones because they have these little stop guards on it so that you know that you're at the right insertion depth. So before you connect them, you want to go ahead and place your ring on both sides. Insert your 90-degree. And then I'm going to push these rings down till they touch that little stop guard. Do the same thing for this one. I'm going to position these rings where I can cinch them from the same angle. So I've got them both facing up. I'm going to take my tool. I'm going to come in at a 90-degree angle from above. I'm going to get this little cinch part into the groove of the jaws of this tool. I'll slide it in, make sure I'm still at a 90-degree angle, and then I'm going to start closing it. And it is a two-handed job, but once you get it close enough, you can use one hand and go all the way till it stops, and you should have a nice seal with this thing. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Get it in the groove, come in at a 90-degree angle, and now I have my connection. So I've used these on several different projects. So far I've never had any type of leak. This is just one of the examples of the connections I've made before. This connection is to a faucet that goes outside of my garage. But I did this about 2.5 years ago, and it's still holding up nicely. No leaks, no issues. The clamps haven't started to rust or anything like that. Now I'm going to show you how to use this tool to remove these clamps. First thing you want to do is open the handles all the way. You want to pull aside this locking clip and push this rotary knob down. Flip the tool over, and now you can rotate the square to where you can put the number 2 by that red dot. Push the knob in, turn it back over, and then lock it. And now it's ready to be used as a removal tool. So now I've set this for removal. What I'm going to do is these jaws are going to come in kind of parallel to the pipe, and I'm trying to clamp these jaws and cut through the little cinched part. So I'm going to place it right over that. Go ahead and start squeezing the handles so you know where you are. I've got it centered on one of those clamps. And I'm going to close the jaws until I hear it cut and release. So now you can see that it cut through that, it released the tension on this ring, and now I can remove it. I'll do the same thing for the other side. Same thing. So depending on the orientation of your pipe in the area that you're working in, you may or may not be able to come in at that angle. But I would say anything that you can use to cut through this part of the clamp is going to accomplish that goal of releasing the tension, and then you can work it down and remove the pipe from the fitting, okay? Because now this is loose. So overall, this has been a great tool. Like I said, I've used it a bunch around the house. I've never had any issues with it. Like I said, there may be better one-handed versions, but for the price, this has been great. And it does come with a variety of different clamps, little cinch clamps that you can use. I've used those clamps and I haven't had any issues with them. It's nice that it does have a removal function on this that I can use. It's kind of an all-in-one tool. Does all the different sizes, which is nice because some of the other tools you need different attachments for the different size pipes. So I definitely recommend this tool. The price is good and it's easy to use for beginners. And like I said, it's done everything I've needed it to do, and I've never had any issues with it so far. I'll put an Amazon link to this in the description below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos.